Two things you must remember: obey my commands, and most important, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Hard right hand by Jones. Griffin shook it off and took it pretty well.
You can see both fighters really respect each other. A lot of feinting, not too much punching. The one is, good left hook by Griffin. Good left hook.
Well, there's one right here.
Big left hook by Griffin. Ball score, a knockout. Good right hand by Jones.
Another right hand and a quick left by Roy Jones.
Griffin to throw those body punches. They're scoring points for Griffin. Good left hook by Griffin. Jones nailed him, but Griffin nailed him right back. Well, I better start winking at Griffin. Good left hook by Jones.
His white trunks with black trim. And there's a knockdown. Quick left hook inside. Second time in his career Griffin's been down. Roy Jones fires a right across the top and then immediately covers up. And Montel Griffin bashes him with a counter left.
It's like shooting a blank cap pistol.
Jones nailed him pretty good that time. Jones nailed him with a good left hook again. He's one of the greatest lightweights. Big right hand by Jones. Big right hand. And Griffin is hurt. No question about it. Griffin is hurt.
Jones looking to finish. Griffin wobbling a little bit. Jones comes in and lands the right hand lead again. And a couple of left hooks. And Griffin's knee goes down. And Jones lands two punches after Griffin's knee was on the canvas. And now Griffin slumps forward. And Tony Perez starts the count.
That was a foul. I don't know
He's
if
not
Perez
getting up.
would call
No
it.
question about it. Two punches while he was down. Not 1-2.
And the doctors are in there with Montel Griffin, who took those two blows with his knees on the canvas. And that was the difference between a knockdown and a knockout, or so it appeared from here.
It was a definite foul.
Griffin goes down from an accumulation of punishment. Now
Right.
he's down.
He went down voluntarily. That's why Jones was a little bit mystified.
Oh, there's no question that Jones. You remember the Riddick Bowe Mathis fight when they.
We are being told that Roy Jones is going to be disqualified and will lose his title.
The referee disqualifies the red corner, the winner and new WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Montel Ice Griffin.
But you can see the conversation taking place there between Jones and Griffin. And certainly the right decision has been made here. If ever there was clear ground for a disqualification, Harold, Gil, that was it, right?
Jim,
No
yes,
question.
but I want to tell you something. I honestly believe he faked it. Now, you watch Montel Griffin after he got hit with that hook. He looked up at Perez and then went down on his face, and he stayed there as
Yes,
Perez
but
got
Harold, the
This
rule
was an active job.
doesn't talk about whether he was damaged by the blows after he was down. The rule only says that you don't hit a man after he was down.
Absolutely, but
He
I
didn't
want
have to fake anything to force the disqualification.
I will not tolerate any kidney punching or any back in the back and the cervix area. Is that understood? Shake hands now. Good luck to both of you.
And will continue to thrive on being underestimated. Jones lands a solid left hook to start the fight.
Let me tell you, that first left hook hurt Griffin.
And so does the second one. And Mercanti calls it a knockdown, saying that only the ropes kept Griffin up. Jones, by being so aggressive, will create opportunities for him. Montel's a classic counter puncher. Jones is looking for a first-round knockout. He's not trying to set anything up with the jab. Obviously, and for good reason, extremely cautious now about Roy Jones's left hook leads. Jones lands another left hook there.
Roy Jones is playing the fainting game, and Griffith is benefiting by it. Whoa, what a left hook. What a left hook.
Second knockdown of the round.
That was a leaping left hook, and Griffin may not survive it.
He's got trouble. And that's that. Jones gets his vindication via a first-round knockout.
And it was a left uppercut.
Unbelievably quick left-hand shots. A barrage of them in round one by Jones. And he finishes off Griffin with a half hook, half uppercut, a la Oscar De La Hoya that landed on the button. And repeat champion.
All right, Roy, congratulations. I suppose you do feel redeemed by what happened.
Well, first of all, I'd take this time out to thank God for giving me the opportunity to keep my head together and come out and do what I did. Thank everybody. And Pensacola, Roy Jones still #1 and gonna be that way, baby. For all these doubters, him and all the rest of them that think Roy Jones is a fluke, now they know.
Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room on the caution to keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, Bruno Suete. Touch him up.
Not as flashy, but his jab is still very effective.
Good left hand by Cotto. Both fighters have had some offensive moments. Cotto lands the right hand and holds it up for the crowd to see. Flurry by Cotto. Margarito looking for opportunities, but putting space between the punches. Now the left uppercut from Margarito. And he steps in the corner and fires away. And Cotto counters perfectly. Terrific left hooks by Cotto.
Cotto has been on the canvas and rocked before.
Now Margarito gets the space he wants and eats an uppercut for his trouble. And smiles at Cotto as if to say, all right, now we're fighting. Margarito is starting to develop the volume which has typified his career. Cotto pounding him with repeated left hooks. Both fighters have said hello in round two. Margarito hammering Cotto to the body in the corner.
The man picks most of the punches off.
No,
He's
it's
going to
a fight.
have to fight it.
Cotto with two good left hooks upstairs. Margarito drives him back with a right hand. Confrontation. What a round two has been.
Wow.
Body shot, two uppercuts, chopping right hand. Cotto comes back with three punches of his own. Good left hand by Cotto, creates space again. Body shots by Antonio. Cotto may regret having stopped in a corner, but now he comes back with a hard right hand and a left hook and an uppercut. Three clean shots.
Both hands, even though he's a little slower.
Margarito able to find Cotto with the right hand there. Now lands a roundhouse right. 1 minute to go in round six. Cotto with another one of his flurries. And another uppercut. And now Margarito throws all the shots as Cotto looks for space.
This is the first round where I feel that Margarito is fighting on even terms with Cotto.
So even if I would be in Cotto's corner, I would be
Cotto's hurt, guys.
Cotto's badly hurt by a series of Margarito uppercuts. That hammered him. Margarito goes right back to the left-hand uppercuts. Cotto is in trouble along the ropes. He has to fight his way out for breathing room. He gets hit by a hard right hand. Miguel Cotto blowing blood out of his nose and his mouth after that violent assault by Antonio Margarito.
I think we're seeing the effects of that body work that Harold was talking
And
about
now a
in the last
series of
round.
clean punches for Cotto. And Margarito with an unbelievable chin just keeps coming. It's that amazing Margarito beard that's putting a lot of pressure on Miguel Cotto. Miguel just can't hurt him. A hard right hand by Margarito. And he lands another uppercut. Cotto trying to get a rest. What a round.
But it's getting closer and closer.
Simply not throwing nearly as many. Now Margarito starts to land again.
Cotto ducking and slipping and firing back.
Land the second and third, you're going to get hit in exchange.
Another huge left hook by Miguel Cotto. And Cotto just backs away without trying to answer it. Margarito getting the better of him here.
This goes out up until this
Cotto's hurt. Cotto's hurt.
I had Cotto winning this round up until this last flurry.
And now Cotto ties Margarito up, acknowledging perhaps that he was hurt on that flurry, and he lands a big right hand to end the round. And it's Cotto who's bleeding from the nose and the mouth, and who's been retreating throughout the entire fight. These are big mental impressions for judges.
Those little Margarito short shots on the inside now, Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah.
And Cotto goes to a knee. Succumbing to the pressure, and that knockdown could ultimately be the difference in the fight. Yeah. Antonio Margarito has finally gotten his man to bend. Miguel Cotto getting beaten up by a bigger man.
It's over.
He's exhausted, and it's almost over. The punishment has accumulated to the point where Cotto has nothing left. There's no point in Kenny Bayless allowing this to proceed.
No, it's over. It's over.
And Evangelista Cotto's going to throw in the towel. And Antonio Margarito has the victory he's been waiting for all his life.
That is a modern boxing classic.
An epic fight with an epic conclusion. The first loss of Cotto's career.
3 years ago, Margarito's victory over Cotto represented the pinnacle of his career. But just 6 months later, in January 2009, his reputation and livelihood were left in shambles when he faced off with Shane Mosley in Los Angeles.
Just minutes ago, an illegal pad was found in Margarito's gloves, something that would harden when wet, and that his hands had to be rewrapped 3 times.
Mosley has Margarito in trouble on the rope. Staggers him with that right hand. He's about one more right hand away from going down. And Shane Mosley has annihilated Antonio Margarito.
The 9th round knockout was only the beginning of Margarito's problems. The California State Athletic Commission confiscated the knuckle pads that had been flagged before the bout by inspectors. Weeks later, both Margarito and his trainer, Javier Capetillo, had their boxing licenses revoked when it was found that the pads contained sulfur and calcium, ingredients that form plaster of Paris.
December 3rd, Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Miguel Cotto versus Antonio Margarito. Grudge match, rematch. It's widely known in the boxing community. People whisper and talk and say publicly, Miguel Cotto doesn't want to make any excuses. Yeah. Privately, he's furious because he believes that Antonio Margarito used illegal wraps against him in their fight. Can you address that?
The only people who can tell you if they use it or not is him or any member of his team. I just carry my defeat like a man the whole way.
Have you ever asked him?
I don't have to ask him. You know, a lot of people ask him, and he said no. With all your experience in boxing, what's the only thing you can have on your knuckles? Just guts, right? How? Their hand reps right after my fight. How is it broken there? It's just gas. The gas doesn't get break.
Pero
te la agrando y te la pongo más grande, mira.
no hay nada. Y si, o sea, entonces, ¿por qué? ¿Qué es lo que quieres? ¿No pelear o qué? Porque no hay nada. Está limpio, por eso.
Lo único es que yo he cargado mi derrota como un hombre.
No te preocupes, por eso. Así lo tienes que sostener.
Sí,
yo te gané bien.
Mira.
Yo te gané bien.
¿Eso no está roto ahí?
¿Cuál roto? Esa es una foto. Mira los vendajes. Los vendajes se los llevaron. Los vendajes los tienen. Eso no tenía el vendaje. Entonces, míralo. No me importa lo que tú pienses. O sea, estuve limpio. O sea, no me importa. Va a ser lo mismo. Lo que sea. Necesitas fuerza para vencer. Y la tengo. Entonces, ¿Cuál es el problema?
Ninguno.
Entonces,
simplemente...
¿qué estás alegando entonces?
No, estoy alegando lo que es la foto.
Por eso, te gané.
Sí,
Y eso fue, lo voy a volver a hacer.
Y he cargado.
Y así tú me vendes, quien me vende, te vuelvo a ganar.
¿Tú crees?
Y así es, así yo creo. Así como lo yo creo.
Quedan 10 semanas para demostrarlo.
Exactamente, entonces demuestra ahí, ¿para qué estás hablando? Demuéstrale ahí.
Así será.
Entonces.
Así será.
Entonces, demuéstrala ahí, no hables.
Así va a ser.
Espero verlo.
Y sentirlo.
Jamás.
Bien, tocan las manos. Tocan, por favor. Tocan las manos. Tocan, come on, Antonio. Touch his gloves, Antonio. Good, now you go.
Left and right by Cotto. Right hand, and Cotto was short with the uppercut, but he landed the straight right. Distort their view of what's going on in the fight. With a good combination from Miguel, and he backs away. Blocking Margarito's right hand with his left. Good left hook by Cotto. A lot of people are wondering how will Margarito's right eye stand up to punishment. Hard right hand by Cotto. You say he doesn't throw the right hand well, Emmanuel.
No.
Does it lack impact?
Well, he had a serious operation on his right shoulder.
But gotten away from that in recent years.
Another good left hook by Cotto.
Prepared to go 12 rounds at this pace.
Another good combination by Cotto. Crowd is warming up. Margarito lands an uppercut from distance. That's his best punch. Lands it again, but to Cotto's chest, not to his head. Cotto retaliates with a three-punch combination. Lands a couple of jabs. Continues to move. 1, 2, 3. Another thing that Garcia said between rounds is throw your right hand. Margarito smiling now as he got in the body shot with the right hand to Cotto.
In the first fight,
and there's blood in Margarito's right eye.
There is, and Cotto said he would target it.
Margarito's right eye is already showing blood. And Margarito feels a sense of urgency, perhaps sensing that the fight could be shortened by his eye. And now it's Margarito who's against the ropes, but fighting off the ropes. And Cotto's attacking him because he wants to keep taking advantage of that eye.
And he's giving Margarito chances on the inside here. But Cotto's fighting as though he doesn't have the same fear of Margarito's punches in their first fight.
And locking up with Margarito and pushing back at the end of the round. But the big moment in that round was a left hook from Cotto that has opened up Tony Margarito's right eye. Cotto counter-punching, and effectively so. Those are good, clean shots by Cotto.
Cotto doing a lot of moving this round.
Now stands his ground, fires a three-punch combination. Margarito shakes his head, which really means you landed. Here are a series of punches that Cotto has landed, trying to get at Margarito's right eye. That hurts.
But definitely it's closing the gap now as the fight moves into the second half.
There goes the short Margarito uppercuts on the inside.
2 more shots to Margarito's right eye, though, by Cotto's left hand. Another left hook to the eye. That one was on the jaw.
Cotto spitting blood, and Margarito moments ago landed 2 devastating body punches.
That right eye's closed, Emmanuel.
Yes.
Hard right hand by Margarito.
Yep, same kind of shots. Little left uppercuts, straight right hands.
Good left by Cotto. 3-punch combination. Finished with a left hook in the area of the eye.
No, it's not, because you're looking further on down the round, about 2 or 3 more rounds like this.
Another hard left hook against Margarito's eye. And Margarito's face is becoming a bloody mask. Margarito hasn't been able to find Cotto this round.
No, it's only landed just the punches the other round. The first time he landed 2 punches.
To get in their way. Good combination by Cotto. Hits Margarito in the right eye again. Margarito still stalking. Cotto stands his ground and rips him with a left hook to the chin. Body shots and a left hook upstairs from Cotto. And another left hook. fighting in round 9 of the first fight.
Effective with short punches as compared to Miguel.
Another ripped left hook for Cotto. Margarito's punches just don't have the same sledgehammer impact that they had in Las Vegas. Good left by Cotto. 20,000 Puerto Ricans come to their feet as Cotto hammers Margarito with another left to the eye.
No golpe, no golpe. Tembla, tembla.
We're 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah, with Pacquiao was worse.
Give us one round. That was the best 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 round.
Doctor, you stopping it? Doc. Doc. Stop it. That's it. He's telling me to stop it. He's been telling me I know. I wish I could keep it. Stop it, Doc. Is that stop it? Barry said to stop it. I'm sorry.
It's over. It's over, and revenge is sweet. The thudding impact that took Miguel Cotto out in Las Vegas was in no way apparent tonight.
No, there was no way. Margarito couldn't find a good clear target at all in the entire fight.
And even when he did find the target, Emmanuel, his punches weren't as hard.
No, it was not as hard.
Miguel, you got your revenge. How does it feel?
Good, you know, I made my work. I won the fight. And thanks to all the crowd here. Thanks a lot. I love you.
After the fight was stopped, you went to Margarito's corner and stared at him for what seemed like quite a while. Why?
Just to look at him, you know, and taste my victory on him.
I saw a sign in...
What you're good at, nor is your balance.
Lewis lands a jab. Rockman comes with a right hand over the top up. Right hand, left hook, another right hand by Lewis. First power punch combination of the fight. Lewis stopping Rockman with a jab there.
The knockout will come.
Two sharp, accurate jabs from Lewis there.
Maybe something will happen.
Now he's able to get a left jab in.
And Lewis with an uppercut. Rockman tries an uppercut of his own in return.
That's a good left jab by Lennox Lewis starting to work now.
And working very well. Jim outworking him.
Left hand uppercut this time.
You got to take advantage of those things.
However, swelling under the left eye of Rockman already here in round 3, indicating that Lewis might have caught him with the right hand. Rockman gets to the body twice. Lewis throws him off. Left hook to the body and a left behind it upstairs. That's a combination we haven't often seen Lennox throw. Lennox landed at a higher rate. Round 4 begins with a Lewis right hand.
2 and 3. Lennox got a lot of room to punch. Cutting loose just like he is now.
The power punches of Lewis seemingly beginning to rock the rock, and now Rockman comes back with aggression of his own. Lewis with his hands at or below his waist. Rockman hits him with a right hand inside.
And it was a good right hand. It wasn't a lot of power on it, but it showed him that he can land it. You only get one of these good fights like this. Keep fighting.
Lands another right hand, does Rockman. Occurred when he had his back to the ropes. Right hand by Rockman that momentarily stuns Lewis. Lewis smiling at him as a result.
Lewis with a jab, right to the body, left hook upstairs combination. Now he just fires the right hand.
Lennox Lewis is like a big cat.
Rockman jab, 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 jab. 4 of them. Chases Lewis across the ring. With a thunderbolt to the right hand. Shades of Oliver McCall. September 24, 1994 in London. Has Rockman pulled the upset? He has. What a story as Hasim Rockman becomes the heavyweight champion of the world in one of the biggest upsets in the history of the division.
Rahman can talk, and we learned that after he became the heavyweight champion of the world. So the build-up to the second fight was just tremendous. Here's part of what they had to say to each other.
Emmanuel Stewart said that I woke the lion up in Lennox Lewis.
I'm taking this fight serious. I take everything serious. Yeah, you're in trouble, son.
If the lion ain't wake up from that right hand in South Africa, it ain't no lions in this man.
Look, Hasim had the high ground and the low ground as well in this build-up. So let's go, before we get to that, hold on, let's get to this. Now, this is on Up Close, and somehow in our ESPN producing capacity on Up Close with Gary Miller, they sat the two guys right next to each other. That would lead to some fireworks. Let's take a look at that.
You ain't nobody. I say what I want to say to you. Go ahead, man. I say what I want to say to you. What you mean? I just said it. What you want me to say? Say what you want me to say. Same thing. Like what? Like what?
It was just, you know, emotions and egos at war there.
Like what? Anything what you want me to say? Say anything you want. What?
Fellas. Okay, we don't want that.
It helped me with my training because it just got me mad and focused and determined to really go out there and give him a whipping.
Come on, big man. Come on, big man.
Good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. God bless you. God bless America. Touch them up.
Hard right hand by Lewis over the top. Lands on Rockman's chin. At least for the moment. Lewis, his normal patient self, sticking the jab and allowing Rockman to come to him. Stewart, his trainer, is going to be very happy with the way Lewis is prosecuting the fight. There's a left hook that lands and a right to the body. As for that matter, has Lewis. There's a left hook by Lewis, and it lands.
It hurt. Not only did it land, it hurt Rockman.
Lewis lands another stiff jab, and Rockman backs back out. He seems for the moment, George, to have nullified Rockman's right hand. How's he doing it?
Boy, he's hurt him from long range, as we said earlier. Hits him with a good right hand and never tries to finish it.
But the jab comes back.
You know, even his own corner said to him, to Rockman, if he punches, just keep your hands high. They're telling him not to counterpunch.
Boom! Will Rockman get up, or have the tables been turned? Is it reversed?
7, 8, 9.
It's over. Lennox Lewis got revenge.
Has captured his revenge, and now it's Rockman complaining in the corner that he didn't get the full count. Lennox Lewis fought a virtually perfect fight.